Alright, today's topic is topographic maps. We're going to look at steep slope versus gentle slope, contour interval, uphill, profiling. So let's start with steep versus gentle slope. So if I look at my contour map, when I'm trying to find steeper slope, I'm looking for the areas where the lines are closest together. So my contour lines are close together. That indicates a quick change in elevation, or steep. Now up here, my lines are further apart, so this would be a much gentler slope than where they're closer together. Alright, next up, contour interval. So how do I find out how much the elevation changes between each line? So I'm going to go to a portion of my map and find my index contours that are labeled. So right here I have 8,600 and I have 8,400. So I know that it changes 200 feet between this index contour and this one. Now I want to know how much it changes between every contour line. That's my contour interval. So if I divide my 200 feet by the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces, I get 40 feet. So it should change 40 feet, but let's double check. So that means this first line should be 8440, then 8480, 8520, 8560, and then sure enough, 8600. So my contour interval is correct. It's 40 feet. Next, how do I find uphill? So I'm going to look for circles and the rule of V. So let's see. First, a circle generally indicates the top of a hill. So if I look, I've got this circle here, and sure enough I have an X marking the actual elevation for that peak. So circles are one clue to find uphill. So if I look down, let's see if I scroll down my map, oh, here's another complete circle. So that's another peak or top of my hill. And I have another one down here at Fossil Hill. So those would be one way to look. The other way would be what's called the rule of V. So now I'm looking for little V's. These indicate canyons or rivers in my contour map. So if I look, I see one. Here we go. We've got some V's here. Notice the V shape. So now what happens, this V would be a canyon. The V, the point of the V, points to uphill, which means higher elevation is going this way, and then lower elevation would be up here. So that means we're getting higher as we go to the bottom portion of my map. That's the rule of V. The V points uphill. So water would flow the opposite direction, downhill. That's your rule of V. So that's another way to find where uphill is on a contour map. Next is profiling. So a profile would be, if I could take this and show the elevation, I want to see what actual elevations would be and how they change over time. So if I want to profile from A to B, I want to see what it would look like from the side. So if you notice, if I zoom in here, I start off going uphill, I stop, and then I kind of continue going uphill a little bit more, and then it looks like I go down because I've got my little V here, so I go down a little bit, then I go up a little bit, and then I start going back down more gradually. So if I were going to look at this, I'm going to start going uphill just a little bit, which I kind of just erased that a little. It's going to kind of level off and go uphill after it goes uphill a little bit, then it goes downhill a little bit, uphill more, and then gradually declines all the way down. So just remember, profile is the side view. Use your clues to find uphill to help you make your profile so you know where the peaks should be.